Hey traders, this is Marco. Welcome to the weekly preview for calendar week 14. And you can see here the daily ES chart. One candlestick equals one trading day. And you can see we are still in this very huge downtrend that pretty much started last year. We had a couple of confirmations, and the last confirmation was from December last year, then another confirmation in January this year, and then we broke this channel here to the top side with this green uptrend channel and came back inside this downtrend here, and now we are moving pretty much between this resistance of this downtrend channel and the yellow range here. Interesting to see, and we're zooming in here a bit to the current price action. You can see this uptrend here working higher. Prices overshot this channel and breaking this channel and never retested the highs. That's typical for overshoots. Then from there we saw a downtrend working lower, this pink downtrend channel here. You can see we just broke this downtrend and did not retest the lows yet. But also notice this yellow range here. We had a couple of tests of the range support here and of the range resistance. We had a failed breakout of the range to the top side and came back inside the range and now tested the support here. The first test was pretty much in December last year. There's another test just happened this month, and we bounced off this support and going now back inside the range and testing the range resistance. What you can see here, and I was already drawing this, we had one measured leg working lower here, then a pullback, and the second measured move moving lower here, and we pretty much hit the measured move to the tick. So these are two legs down here, and we found some support. Now we could say that this whole move here could be one measured move with a pullback. So the second measured move gives us a target close to the lows that were made last year in October. But of course this has to work out first. Going to the shorter term price action, we can see there is a channel working higher here, and also we had a break of this channel and a retest of the highs. And interesting to see, the retest is just happening at the resistance of this yellow range here, and this shorter term uptrend channel here, it's marked in green here, could be played out now, and we have the range resistance here. So there is a high potential that we see a pullback to the middle of the range and back inside this middle bands here, because you can see whenever prices are approaching the outer bands, there will be a pullback to the middle and a test of the other side. This happened here, for example. We had prices moving in this area here, had to pull back to the middle and then tested the lower bands. Then at the lower bands, we were at the outer bands here, pushed back to the middle and tested the other side again. Same here, came back to the middle, testing the lower side, and now the same, pulling back to the middle and testing the upper bands. So the logical consequence would be that we are moving a few candles here and then pulling back to the middle and testing the other side. From the overall price action, it looks sideways at the moment. We are still in this yellow range, but the long-term target, I was speaking about this a couple of times already. We had this two legs down here, and the long-term target is that we see a retest of the lows that were made in October. Because if you take this very huge downtrend here with the first break, then prices are likely to retest the extremes, which are here marked with this line, and this also would equal a measured move to this downtrend that were started here in February with a second leg down here that brings us close to this area. So it's really interesting to see what will happen in the coming trading week. As I said, I'm expecting some sideways action or some pullback to the middle of the range here, to the midline or to the EMA. This is the middle line here. So keep an eye for that. If you are long, maybe consider selling your positions and get ready for some selling action. Looking at the calendar, finally, by the way, the unemployment claims are marked in red. I was speaking about this in a couple last weeks, that this event was always marked orange, but finally they marked it red, because this is a very important measurement for the Fed to see if the current rate hikes are still okay, or if they have to pivot and even cut the rates. So looking at the calendar, we have one important news event on Monday, 9 a.m. It's the ISM manufacturing PMI. On Tuesday, jobs openings. On Wednesday, you can see two events here. Thursday, we were just speaking about the 7:30 in the morning, the unemployment claims. So before the market opens, that should be fine if you are trading the opening. By that, I think volatility already is out again. And on Friday, we have also another unemployment rates and the non-farm employment change. So really this week, we have a couple of important news events. Pretty much every day we have one important event. So watch out for this. Mark your charts at the times here. But as I said, most likely it's either at the start of the day or very early. So by that, you should not be trading anyway. So yeah, keep an eye for that and stay out of any trades. I wish you a great trading week and speak to you soon.